Welcome to Virgin Radio, Bobby. It's great to see you. Looking well.
Thank you.
Loads to talk to you about. First of all, that track, how do you know about it? Why did you want to play it? What do you like about it?
I saw Dive. Well, first of all, I'm a Cole, Zachary, but I know him as Cole.
Yeah.
And he was a boyfriend of Sky Ferreira, who sang on our last album.
Yeah.
Sang on a track called Where the Light Gets In. And when she first came to work with us, Cole kind of came along with her, and that's when we met him. But I didn't even know he was in a band.
Did you not?
He was just kind of like sitting on a couch or sleeping on a couch.
Did he go?
And
can you listen to my CD, please, Bobby?
no, he never said that. But then I found out, and she said he was in a band, and then I watched him play at Psych Fest last year.
Okay.
We played. Do you know about Psych Fest?
Yeah, it's happening in a couple of weeks, isn't it? Yeah, it's like end of September time.
Oh, right. Well, they have it in Austin, Texas. Anyway, the band, I think Black Angels. Those guys promote the festival, and they put on bands that they're really into, like Primal Scream, Spiritualized, 13th Floor Elevators, and I don't know, psychedelic bands, Brian Jonestown's Massacre and stuff. And anyway, I watched Dive play before Spiritualized, and I thought they were excellent.
Yeah.
And anyway, I heard this new song, Under the Sun, is probably, I think it's my favourite record this year.
I'm going to go and check it out.
I think it's absolutely magical.
Well, you've introduced me to something new that I didn't really know about, and it was like, I was like, why have I not? It sounds so familiar.
It's so
that you know it.
I know, it's beautiful.
It's wonderful.
It's a fresh psychedelic summer pop record, and the whole album's great as well. Well, you should check the album out.
They've got two albums. I've just been having a look. One from this year. This is the.
Is this the as?
Oh God, it's really hard to
is
say.
This is the as are?
Is the is are? Is the is are? That's really hard to say. Why is that so hard to say? And Ocean from 2012.
Yeah, I haven't heard Ocean, but I'm gonna check it out. But the new album's fantastic.
Great, I'm gonna listen to that. We've been playing stuff from Chaosmosis loads on the radio. It's been brilliant. It's so good.
Thank you.
And what I love as well is how you've got these little pockets of female voices on the album as well. You mentioned Sky as well, and Haim on the record as well.
Yeah, sisters.
I saw them live at Dingwalls. I think it was before they released the first single, and their mum and dad were with them. And so for their encore, instead of doing their own stuff, they were like, so we started out in a family band with my mum and dad, and they got their mum and dad come out on stage, and they all swapped out instruments. The mum sang, and they did Mustang Sally, and it was genius. It
really?
was so great. They're awesome. How did you kind of end up working with them on the album?
We did Jules Holland's later show. I think 3 years ago, and they were in the same program. They were in the same show, and we met them there. And then that summer we played Glastonbury, and they were playing on the same day. So we asked them to come and sing with us, and they were fans of Primal Scream, so they said yeah, and that's how we know.
Amazing. All right, I'm going to play a bit of Haim now, if that's all right, and then we'll come back to talk more. We got the new Primal Scream track, A Demon Again, coming up next as well. That's the new single from Primal Scream from the album Chaosmosis. It's a great album title, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you come up with that?
I stole it. Like most things.
We've just been putting
Cultural
the music...
thief.
I like that, Cultural Thief. That's a good title to have. I like that a lot.
Everybody. Oh, artists are, I think.
Listen, it's great to see you. If you are just tuning in, coming up to 9:20 on Wednesday morning, Bobby Gillespie's with us, and you look great as well. And it's great to see you because you had a scary, weird accident as well, didn't you? So
yeah, I broke my back.
I mean, that must have been terrifying.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't very nice.
Got to stop dancing so hard on that stage.
Yeah, I wasn't doing much dancing. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but you got back to good health and ready to get
I'm
back out on the road.
Yeah,
yes!
I'm all right now. Yeah, we're back playing gigs, and I'm good. No,
right.
I'm good. It's it happened like 3 months ago. So, I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Because all the dates have been rescheduled as well that you had to postpone and stuff. But you're also part of this British Sound Project, as it's now been renamed. We won't talk about that. But oh man, 24th of September, Victoria Warehouse. So Alan McGee was in talking about it. It's such a great idea. And we were just saying that hopefully it's the start of something that can travel around the country and do things in different cities around the country. But Manchester being the the kind of first stop really on this. Why did you want to get involved?
I think because Alan McGee was involved, and we were going to play with Black Grape in Manchester. That kind of simple.
Manchester, how much an influence on you has the scene of Manchester been on you?
Well, really, Primal Scream, I've got very close affinity with Manchester. Obviously, there's a Manny connection. But also, before that, when Primal Scream started, even before Primal Scream started, I was a big Factory Records fan, like Joy Division, New Order, Certain Ratio. And I was in a band actually called The Wake, who were on Factory for a very short period. For a short period of time, I was in that band. So Factory Records was a huge inspiration to me in Primal Scream. And when we started Primal Scream, maybe Manchester was the first place where quite a lot of people would come and see us. We'd all play the Boardwalk. Or Mike Pickering would get us to play the Hacienda. No one would come and see us, but the fact that Mike Pickering was getting us to play the Hacienda was a big deal.
Yeah.
And we always had a lot of support from Manchester, Primal Scream, that is. And then eventually Manny joins.
How is he?
We're married to Manchester.
Yeah.
But no, we've got a real affinity there, I think maybe it's because both Glasgow and Manchester have got a huge Irish diaspora.
They have both.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
There's a big Celtic thing there, so it's it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's something that we don't have with London. There's a real.
I think.
And we love London as well. There's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not putting one city over another
Totally.
city, but we always had good crowds in London as well. I've got to say, London and Manchester, we always had a lot of support. We go to other towns and not so much.
Yeah. I think Manchester, like you're saying, there's a real closeness with Glasgow in terms of those almost kind of, I know not to kind of pigeonhole music scenes and stuff like that, but Glasgow, similar to Manchester, has also had that real affinity with dance as well as kind of, guitar and marrying the two sort of thing as well, so brilliantly.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, but, I think so anyway.
But I'm sure. I mean, you probably know, and I'm sure you do know more about that than me.
No, I don't think so.
I don't. But it's like I've got a lot of Factory Records in my collection, and also we love Sean Ryder. He's like with that Happy Mondays. Primal Scream of the Liquor wouldn't have happened.
Really?
Nah, because the Mondays we were into the acid house scene and stuff, and we got into about 88 and stuff, and I think that when the Mondays were doing the remixes, getting people at Paul Oakenfold to remix them to WFL, which was a remix of Wrote for Luck, I think that kind of gave us the idea to ask Andy Weatherall to do remix Loaded.
Yeah.
And that's where the idea came from, really. Because rock bands weren't doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So for us, the Mondays were the first to do it, and it was and we loved them. I always see the Mondays before they got they ever got famous.
Yeah.
And also the first time I took Ecstasy was at Happy Mondays gig. I'm allowed to say that on air.
You just have.
I just have.
But
I've got to say it never worked. Just somebody sold us a dud one. I don't know, but if the second one
or maybe
worked.
they didn't, or maybe
the second
they didn't.
one worked. I don't know.
Listen,
something worked, but anyway, and
profound effect.
But that was that. So there's a lot of ties there. I think Ryder's a genius anyway. I mean, he's like one of the best lyricists.
Yeah, totally.
And just such a charismatic man, and he's a shamanic performer. It's just Sean Ryder. I mean, it's I look up to him.
I love the unpredictableness of him, and
the guy's just amazing.
Yeah, well, you can see everybody on that one stage. It's incredible. Yourselves, Black Grape, Badly Drawn Boy, and then loads of new upcoming bands as well. Where it be Feed the Kid, the Watchmaker sitting pretty Rothwell as well, Alias Kid as well, that Alan McGee was going on about as well. So if you want to find out more about it, then just head to thebritproject.co.uk. Which is where all the details will be, and tickets and stuff are up there. But stay with us, Bobby, because we're going to talk more and play more Primal Scream. I'm going to play one of my favourites, if that's all right. So we've played that loads on the show. It's such a great record, that, and Sky's voice. How did you two end up working together? Because it's the two of you together. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I think so as well. Sky, how do we? Let me think. Oh yeah, I know what. When her song "Everything Is Embarrassing" came out,
yeah,
I took an interest, and I thought I want to find out more about this girl, and I thought it was a great record. I played it repeatedly, and I was kind of addicted to that record, and her voice, and I guess at the end we were touring More Light album. I thought I had just that idea that it'd be great to write a song for Sky.
Oh wow!
Or write a song that she could sing with us.
Yeah.
Or just work with Sky basically. I just thought I could feel that there was a spirit there that we could connect, and then the following year, which I guess was 2014, I mentioned to our US agent, Mike Hayes. He said, "Is there anybody you'd like to work with?" And I said, "Oh, Sky Ferreira." And he said, "Oh, her manager was in my office last weekend."
Whoa.
She said I mentioned I work with you, and she said she loves you guys. So we were having lunch with him, and he made a call. He left the restaurant, made a call, came back and said she's going to be in London tomorrow, and she'll come to the studio.
Oh man!
And she came to the studio the next day, and we started writing songs together for her record, which hasn't been released yet. But we already had the Where the Light Goes In song. Well, we hadn't completed it. Well, I hadn't completed all the lyrics and stuff, but we had the genesis of the song, the idea of the song there. Yeah. And so through working with her on her stuff, we built a relationship, and we asked her to sing on Where the Light Goes In as a duet.
It's brilliant.
Because there was a relationship there. So that's how it happened. It was kind of pretty natural, really.
Like that.
Yeah. Like she's amazing.
It's like a film score. It's like a film story.
I know. It's she's quite a girl. Yeah. She's amazing.
When you got this tour starts at Usher Hall in Edinburgh on the 21st of November. How on earth do you go around picking a set list? How do you start? Where do you start?
Well, we can't. This, I guess. If you've got written a lot of new songs from your album, you want to play them because you're excited about them. But you also can't play too many, or the audience you've got to try and strike a balance between the old stuff and the new stuff.
Yeah.
And also, we're a high energy rock band, and we want to keep the energy levels high.
Yeah.
Throughout the set, so we it's almost like DJing. We're trying to keep we're trying to start high and keep it high. You know. And so a lot of times there's songs that you might want to play live, but there maybe it's just not right in terms of fitting into the rest of the set in terms of energy. So that's how we kind of do it, and then we generally what we do is we work a set that we find a set that works, and then we kind of hone it after a few gigs.
Yeah.
And then when we play festival gigs, it changes, because some gigs you're headlining and you've played for 75 minutes. Other gigs they want you to play for 65 minutes, and some it's 60 minutes. So you've got to keep pruning it down. But I kind of quite like the 60 minutes. I feel like I'm in the Yardbirds. You just come on and play all the hits and then go off. And I was like, that was easy.
Well,
and
there's
it was
a lot
fun,
of them.
Sometimes, but we played on Blackheath on Saturday night, and it was like the hour and a half set, and it was like it went like that.
Yeah.
I was having fun. So that's how we do it.
Well, it's kind of infectious watching Primal Scream, because you say you're a rock band, and you always just look like you're having the best time up there. So you kind of feel it's inclusive. You as part of the audience, you kind of feel like you're at the party.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. It's like we want people to feel included, and or included is not the right word, but we want to try and put energy and get it back, and so forth, and just exchange. I'm talking rubbish.
No, no, I get
basically,
it. It's like,
we're not. We want people to have a good time
Yeah.
when we play, right? We want to really make people dance and smile and just lose it,
yeah,
and have a transcendent experience and just have a good time. That's what rock and roll's all about.
with
I mean, sometimes we do it's even when we do like art rock, it's high energy art rock. It's like it's not look at me. It's like basically we're trying to take your head off.
We're talking about working with Sky there on her stuff. Is that something you enjoyed? Have you done a lot of that in terms of working on other people's material?
No, Sky's the only person we've ever worked with.
Wow.
And
we do more of that?
I'd love to do more of that, but only with the right artist.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't finished the Sky stuff.
Work in
we
progress.
started that, and I don't know what happens. Life, I guess, but I think she still wants to work with us, and we've just got to try and work it out when we can do it. But it's hard because she's in Los Angeles and we're here. But yeah, I'd love to work with Sky again and finish what we started, and maybe other artists,
Yeah.
kind of diversify and produce and write with other people. I'd love to do that.
I can't wait to hear the stuff you've done with Sky. If you guys
It's
have
good. It's good.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
It's pretty good. I mean, I think there's a couple of big singles in there, but yeah,
I believe
there's one
you.
in particular. There's one big record in there, but
Wicked. Oh well,
Yeah.
we'll get onto the record. I'm going, when's it going to be finished?
yeah.
Listen, if people want to find out more about the British Sound Project, which is happening in Manchester on the 24th of September at Victoria Warehouse, Primal Scream, Black Grape, Bally John Boy, Reverend the Makers, Lies in the Bear, Dodgy, Glass Caves. I mean, the list goes on and on. Tickets and all details can be found on the website, which is thebritproject.co.uk. I'm going to play selfishly one of my favourite Primal Scream tracks, if that's all right, because it just reminds me of watching you guys one of many times at Glastonbury and stuff. So, Bobby, absolute pleasure as always.
Okay.
Come back and chat anytime when you finish the Sky Forever album or anything else you've done. And good luck with the tour as well. Cheers, mate.
Thanks very much.